Welcome to the Playground Chat, guys. We're back at it again. You know, episode 43. 43.3.
Point three.
Hey, dog.
Hey,
Ah,
it's been a rough 3 weeks.
what's happening? What's happening? My name is with my brother here.
I go by the name of Ntshinga Time.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Playground Chat,
The best sports cast in the land. Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro? What's good? What's good? What's
Nice,
Gucci?
feeling nice, bro. You know, we had to do it again. Thank you guys for supporting. You know, you see the subscribing. We see the sorry for the delay. 43.3 yet again. We're still grinding, but we appreciate the support. But I'm good, brother. How you doing?
No, man, it's been good. It's been a tough 3 weeks,
Yes, sir.
but we're back. We're back, and we want to reestablish ourselves as the best sports cast, not only in the land right now, but best there ever will be. Without a shadow of a doubt, we must introduce one of our most esteemed, one of the biggest parts of our show, the expert himself. We call him the coach. How are you doing?
I'm all good, gentlemen. It's been a long, 3 weeks, 2
Oh.
weeks. That's one thing I hate about the international break as well.
Yeah.
It's because of international break. It's been long, man.
It's been a
long.
minute.
I'm just happy to be here, man.
Thank you for being here, bro. You know, without the coach, you know, you can't really play a team sport without the main guy.
Yeah,
you know?
you're not a team without a coach. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I mean? Is the conductor. Is the conductor. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. I don't want to stand on ceremony. 3 minutes of an introduction is already long enough. It's been 3 weeks with no content. Let's show them what we're made of. Let's tell them. Let's give them these opinions without fear, without favor, without no funny things.
We're back, man. We're back. We're back.
And let's remind people. Look, it's my opinion. Don't be the minister.
Yeah.
Right?
This is not your.
Don't tell me what. Just write your own opinion.
Yeah.
Tell me why I'm talking trash
Yes,
instead
sir.
of just saying you're talking trash. Because if me and I get into it, if we're gonna dissect like some of the things we're gonna dissect,
Yeah.
more valuable in a deep way, and we'll leave some of you behind. I'm joking, man. But yeah, let's get into it.
First point. First of all, since we've been gone for a minute, one of the major things that we are sad that we weren't part of is Bafana qualifying for the 2025 World Cup, which is a huge milestone.
Yep.
And I just wanted to hit back at what he's done and commend him at the transformation as Bafana throughout the years. Also tap back into your view, because this is what Hugo Bros said, and I quote: "If I fail to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, don't even fire me. I resign myself." What gives the coach that much, confidence that he would take South Africa to the 2025?
Let's ask the
World Cup?
coach.
Coach, what you saying about Hugo Bruce's impact
I mean,
in South
let's-
African football?
Let's talk about quotes, top 5 or top 10 quotes. That is one of the most riskiest things to have ever said. Your job is on the line. You talk about South Africa during that time. What's that, 5 years ago, 6 years? We were in the gutters. For him to say that at that time, and I'm sure he did not see what he sees right now.
Yeah.
Because I heard him speaking recently. I was like, what made South Africa actually go this far? He was like, he realized he had to use the youth. He saw, he needed the hunger. Because EPSL was at a state where you had to be 28, 27
Yeah.
just to play in J. Abantu bafumana i-debut when at 22.
Damn, bro.
You started playing young players.
The integration.
MTC Anyuga, like ETDC Anyuga, when he said that, I felt that it was like he needed to look into the young players. For him to say, you can fire me if I don't make it.
He said, "I'll resign myself." You don't have to fight.
I think.
And I
it's-
remember when he
it was
said that, I was like, this nigga getting fired.
I think I think it is a powerful statement to make because a lot of people, first of all, didn't believe in him. It's very important to say that a lot of people in the beginning didn't believe in him. They really I don't want to say threw him off. Threw him off is not the right word. They really wrote him off.
Yeah.
That's the proper English term. They really wrote him off right in the beginning. Before even knowing what he was about, coming from Cameroon side, doing the good things that he did there, putting them back within the elites of African football, and coming here with a set idea of what it takes, and coming from Belgium. I'll explain a little bit why. Coming from Belgium and playing in the time where Belgium was also developing into that type of a country where they invested in their own talent.
Yes.
So he sort of thought that you sort of looked at it that he's coached in Africa before, he's been around in Africa, and when he's been in these countries, he sees less of a structure internally. And that in turn makes these countries pick players, not even more players from the diaspora. I won't say they're players from the country. They're not from there. They're from the diaspora, most of them. So in South Africa, because of the structured league, because of the professionalism of the league, we're not saying that South African players cannot or are not in Europe, but we're saying we have so much of a professional league and so much of an organization that we can be competitive by picking players from our own league. Yeah. And that's something that Hugo Broos recognized early on. Yeah. And speaking about Hugo Broos and recognition, if you look at his latest squad, just his latest squad also shows that he knows how to go full circle and also picks players at the right time, depending on the form that they're in. You know, he's not a legacy coach. Yeah. You know, Percy Tau has been a legacy player. He's been good for him, but at the moment, Percy Tau doesn't have a place. Other coaches would have brought him along because of the name value. If Zwan is not fit, Zwan is not going to be brought along because of his name value. This guy only plays you if he feels that you're fit enough and you're going to make an impact for Bafana. And I think that's something that we've been missing for a long time.
Nah, it's a huge from the jump and scrapped all the big dogs. It was already questionable from just a fellow South African and what we've been used to or what we've been taught. But this is the system. This is how it works. Teko Modise plays with Shabalala, plays with Kazier Mpela, plays with all these star players of each team are going to start for us. No question about it. So for him to break it down like that and bring the philosophy of Belgian football in the progressiveness and bring it to South Africa, and I feel like also Hugo Broos, with what he's done with South Africa, I think a lot of coaches have now adapted with the style of trying out to play a good enough youngster over an experienced player within their squads, within clubs, So I'm saying, like, what he's done, he's opened up that playing field. That guys, there's no need to stay on standard procedure. Sometimes experience, in as much as it's important, but here's the light are hungry enough to play well in those positions. So teams like Pirates, Woki, Sundowns, everyone is going into the young phase, So
and I think a big factor with that, we need to also clap hands with the guys at the top of the PSL for introducing the DDC.
Yes, that's another one.
We were just speaking about that, coach. What are your thoughts about the introduction of the DDC? And I'll speak on also the high performance leagues around the country that have improved. And also a lot of clubs now investing in the development structures. And also a lot of high performance academies popping up for football. Coach,
this is something I was begging for years, academies or youth. Because I remember when I was young, I used to watch Chelsea TV. Yeah. Chelsea TV would also show the youth games. So at a young age, I was exposed to youth football while already being over football. So I feel like that was very important also in South Africa. And I always said, in South Africa, that's why we Springboks, we got so good. Because we were showing on TV college leagues for rugby. Yes. We were showing high school, Greys, Marties. We all know that stuff because they used to play on TV, but we never had it for football. And I always felt like we were just, if South Africa could get to that stage, because we're so good as a South African, besides just being talented individuals, just the structures we have, the things we can do with our infrastructure and everything, just in general. So when you put into sports, that's where you see the athletics, the rugby. They've been doing it for so long. And football has always been just behind
the scenes.
Every single thing was there. Kudala Konya Academies, youth up in South Africa, and basketball even. But not football. We would never take our football there. So eventually with the DDC, that's when it came in. And when that started happening, you saw the football, it got better. The youngsters are leaving early. Yeah. There's this crop. They're going straight from the DDC.
Yes. Smith.
Okay, Tylen Smith. There's a lot of players that don't play senior games.
He went straight from the DDC to
Wow.
Show that the TDC and the TDC, right? A lot of people are saying, yeah, but there are a lot of TDC players that don't eventually make it in the PSL. But there's a lot of footballers who start football who don't eventually make it professional. Professional is the elite of the elite. I'm not expecting everyone from the TDC, but the TDC is given an opportunity for players to shine. Also, you look at there's a GDL, the Gauteng Development League. Also, a very good league. It plays on TV, like you say. There's exposure. You can see the teams playing. The Highlands Parks,
Yes.
for example. They're not a huge club anymore when it comes to their first team, but they're very big when it comes to development. Here in Cape Town, they are the leagues, the bigger leagues, with the bigger clubs. We can do better in terms of getting our teams televised as well, and having high performance leagues that are on that wavelength as that. I mean, having the Cape Town cities and the Stellenbosches and all of those clubs playing together on a regular basis, being televised, exposing these kids to interviews and media very early. It will give these kids an opportunity to grow in the limelight. And also, we need to grow our football. The only thing missing from our football is the miscellaneous things.
Okay.
I think what we need to add in our football is we need to add like the things on the outskirts, like agents, managers, image consultants, all of those type of things.
I think it comes from when you talk about exposure. I think it comes from top level. You know, sports like squash, water polo, hockey, rugby are all within a specific group.
Well-acclaimed
So,
sports internationally.
Ebola, in as much as it's played around, I don't think it's as important to that demographic. Yeah, bro? So that's why there's been an imbalance in that, because this side in football, it's run by us, our demographic, and they've never seen a future in it or anything like that. Thank you, Hugo Bruce. Thank you, Hugo Bruce, for helping South
Survive
Africa.
that nigga there, bro. Eh?
Yeah.
But now you're spreading with that, actually.
Thank you, Hugo Bruce, for putting us on, and we appreciate everything that you've done for Bafana. It's up to you now, gents. 2010 is a long time ago, almost 16 years ago.
Let's not go too much off topic. Let's stay on South Africa. We're going to African football now.
No. I'm
Okay,
gonna
that's something,
diverge
right?
into some hockey again. Shout out SA Hockey, both women and men qualified for the Paris World Cup next year. Belgium and Netherlands 2026. Women, it's the 8th consecutive World Cup qualification. So for the men, this is kind of a huge thing, but for the women, it's daily bread. So shout out SA Hockey. We see you also for the qualification in the World Cup. Let's go. Within South Africa, one more thing. I've got the SA versus India World Cup. So this is South African cricket versus Indian cricket. The two sides faced off in the group stage in Visakhapatnam, where South Africa pulled off 3-wicket win. South Africa won the toss and opted to bowl in that game. Chasing 252, the Proteas were in deep trouble at 81 for 5. Before Nadine de Klerk, unbeaten 84 off 54 balls, turned the match around. In the first Women's ODI World Cup final to feature neither England or Australia, India and South Africa face off in a momentum decider at Navi Mumbai. Both sides are in search of a maiden ODI crown, with India having defeated Australia in a semi-final and Proteas having downed England in theirs. This is a big
So
final.
there's going to be a new champion.
Yes.
Either way, someone's going to win it for the first time. It's exciting
It's
stuff.
big. It's big for
exciting
cricket
stuff.
also, not
It's
just the
exciting
women's
stuff.
cricket South Africa.
Cricket in general.
Yeah.
But we were speaking earlier about it. I want you to go. I want you to go into it. You were saying something about this might be a bigger.
Yes, so there's been questions around it. If South Africa do really go up and win the World Cup, so statically, I think I will double check the facts, but you also can check the facts. South African cricket, women's cricket specifically, was established in 2020 recently. So I think it's about a 15 to 12 year period that South African have been established. So for them to win a World Cup within 15 to 20 years is a huge. It's never been done. In South African terms, even in the men's World Cup. So statically, the women have said if South Africa goes into and wins the World Cup, technically the South African women's team is a way better team in history than the men's team. What's your take on that?
I want coach to go first. I want coach to go first because I'm gonna
What you
say
saying?
something people are not probably gonna like.
I mean, so are we speaking about currently the
We're
South
speaking
African
in
cricket
general.
We're speaking in history.
Okay,
In
no,
history.
not in history. Maybe if you're speaking about hockey, like the South African girls hockey team is way better than the men's team.
Whoa.
Like, no, even if you play like men
that's a
and
big
women
take.
equally in hockey, for some reason women are just so good at that. Maybe it's because they're bending down the whole time and hitting the ball. But still, like
wild.
our
That's
South
wild.
African cricket
That's
team.
wild.
A South African cricket
Back.
team, I don't know about that. I mean, we've had some great cricket teams during Jacques Caller's time. That team was it was something. Herschel Gibbs, 6 sixes in a over.
Okay.
Makayandini, come
Elstein.
on, don't speak to me about that.
Okay. What you got to say? Bro?
So let me put it this way. It's a big achievement, right? That the women and they could be the first South African cricket team, right? But it's the first South African cricket team to win a World Cup, right? But it's as big as, right, being the first South African team, right, to win at a thumb twindling contest. How many thumb twindlers do you know? Very few, right? That's the same with women cricketers. The pool is very small. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about being the best out of 10. If there's 10 of us, it's easy for me to be the best out of the 10 than being the best out of 10 million. So in terms of numbers alone, statistically, in terms of the structures that they have, yes, they're not 100%, but the structures are there. It's easier to win a cricket World Cup for South African cricket women than it is for the men to win it. That is statistically speaking. I mean, there's 1 billion Indians.
There's 1 billion Indians.
I think a bit more.
You hear me?
Like that pool is large. I don't know how it doesn't translate to football.
The pool is large.
That's another chat.
You know what I mean? The pool is large because they don't care about it. To them, their sport is cricket and hockey. You know,
I
they
think
like sticks.
like Americans. They like
sticks.
Okay, we're so good at this American football and basketball. We're gonna make this our shit, and we're gonna be the best of it. Let's not focus on the other sports.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the Indians and Pakistanis with cricket.
With Americans,
Southeast Asians
with
in
Americans, I
general.
think it's a bit different. With Americans, I think it's a little bit of a. America is the greatest land in the world because I don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Americans are like, America is the greatest thing in the world, but I can't compare it to anything else.
Yeah,
I've never
I
seen
get
it.
you.
That's how it is. Oh, baseball is tougher than cricket.
So how do you think?
No. The NFL, it's harder to make it in the NFL than it is to make it in rugby.
Baseball World Championships.
No. The NFL is the world's. The Super
World
Bowl is the
Series.
biggest sporting event in the world. No. I mean,
I saw a stat on that. Actually.
the Cricket World Cup final has more numbers than the Super Bowl.
Oh, the
Real Madrid versus
El Clasico.
Barcelona, El Clasico had way more numbers than the Super Bowl.
So-
4 years of Super Bowl.
Did you
was
hear
the
that?
El Clasico game.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was something
In terms
like
of numbers,
that.
it's crazy.
Did you hear that? So, you Americanos, please, I feel like Americans are like,
No, don't do it. Don't do
You
it.
know
Let me
like
get
that.
I
them.
just want to ask
Like-
something
Yes,
now.
yes.
Since you're already on this, what do you think is going to happen after the World Cup in America? Do you think
After is it?
you saw what happened with South Africa? There becomes a cultural change, a cultural shift that happens. Like things after 2020, there was some sort of shift. You know, I can say it in many ways. I don't want to.
Man, there's
Like
Trump just hosted a party, bro.
You
Like
know,
it's crazy.
from hosting
Like,
a party, you know, you
No, no,
can
no.
lose TVs, you can lose all your food. You're not gonna be good for the next month. You
Yeah.
spend all your money. Like, you know, shit happens. What happens to
bro,
America?
they're already going through a lot, bro.
Because they're already going up with this football stuff. Even Messi I learned about the rise in football. Inter Miami's brand has risen
In America.
in America since he's been there.
I still think because of the mere fact, you know what I mean, that the only thing they see is the red, white, blue stripes and stars, 50 states.
Yeah, it's making me dizzy thinking about it.
Exactly, that's the only thing they see, and because that's the only thing they see, they will fail to embrace soccer the way that they're supposed to embrace it. It will be a fun holiday,
Yeah.
you know, a fun time, because there will be a lot of foreigners around. But the Americans will show the world who they really are.
I think it's gonna be bad, man. I'm worried. But anyways, while we are in America, let me tap into some American chat. NBA is back. I'm happy. NBA is back. You know, the rookies are balling. VJ Edgecombe. I see you. KD's at the Houston Rockets. I see you. It's moving. Lakers are winning without LeBron James. I see y'all. So it's beautiful to see. But let me tap into some real serious shit. NBA stars Chauncey, Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones in 2 illegal gambling cases, according to the FBI. Jones, a former NBA player, is one of 3 overlapping defendants across both cases. Prosecutors say one case alleges 6 defendants, including Rozier, used insider information in some cases, and players altered their performances to manipulate bets. The second alleges 31 defendants, including Billups, participated in a scheme carrying out the rigged illegal poker games with the involvement of organized crime families. The NBA says Billups and Rozier are being placed on immediate leave. Rozier lawyer says the player looks forward to winning this fight. So another funny thing about the story is when both the coach and the player got arrested, both of them had their team sports on. So with Chauncey Billups, he had Clutch Sports Group. Richard Paul is the owner of Clutch Sports Group. LeBron James is part of that. You know, some NFL players, some NBA players, players.
Bad signal.
It's bad. So he had it on. So that was like a bad signal. Like, yo,
Get me
out
here.
this chain, boy. Otherwise, I'm a spill, dog. You know.
I just got one question
Yeah.
before we
go
into
into
this.
it. Yeah.
Can us as gamblers sue anyone? I mean,
Apparently we can, because
I'm sure
if you
everyone
lost
is
a parlay,
affected.
you need to prove that you lost a parlay with the people that are involved in these crimes. So there is, if you lost like a 300K bet because of Rozier leaving a game with 9 points, you can submit that and be like, yo, so I could have won if this nigga was actually played.
And I was watching other.
You probably can't prove that. You probably won't make your money back again. No one is gonna get refunded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thing
It's
is, you
not gonna
can't
be
go
easy.
against the house. Like,
Yeah,
imagine
it's
trying
not
to
gonna be
sue
easy.
the house. The house has more money than you.
The only win for them is that people are getting arrested for it. That's the only win, that people who got quote unquote fucked out of money are gonna be able to salvage something. But for me, I think spot betting, there's a rise on spot betting within sports in general.
Yeah.
There's the high propensity of red cards, number one,
Yeah.
in football,
Yeah.
and in rugby. I saw a very low threshold red card, yellow card be turned into a red card in the Ireland versus New Zealand game that changed the game over the weekend. So I think the small things within the game are where people are now betting. I don't know where to spot bet. Somebody must show me.
Nah, they go.
Because I think spot betting is where I need to go.
Spot betting, it's like.
You need to be a legend at these betting things to know where those ones
Yeah,
are.
I know. Like, it's also something I do. I target specific leagues. Then because I know Spanish leagues, they get a lot of yellow cards. On average, a
Italian?
Spanish league game is over 4.5
Jeez.
yellow cards. Whereas an English Premiership game, it's closer to over 2.5, over 3.5. But the spot betting is also actually happening in Turkish football.
Yeah.
They're also-
Yes. I saw that.
The referee referees.
Almost
Yes,
1,000,
like,
is it
it's-
700?
70.
No,
a
it's
lot.
hundreds of referees.
Hundreds, yeah. I thought it was like 1.5.
Thousands of games.
It's a lot of referees.
Like all these bets. I
Yeah.
mean, someone's at the top of this, but us as gamblers, that's why I'm asking, what do we do?
The Turkish Football Federation has suspended 149 referees and assistant referees after an investigation found hundreds of professional match officials in the country had betting accounts. Bans ranging from 8 to 12 months based on severity of the act have been imposed for involvement with investigations into 3 other officials still ongoing. The full list of penalized officials was published on the TFF website. It's crazy.
You know something crazy, right? Remember the other week we were speaking about Galatasaray and we were speaking about Turkish football and I said Turkey should be North Africa. This is the most fucking North African thing I've ever heard in a long time. This shit, ladies have to be in CAF. There's no way this is in UEFA. These guys need to be in CAF.
Bro,
this is a CAF. This is CAF worthy stuff.
Yeah.
CAF is bad.
No, but they should be in CAF.
Yeah, you're right.
We should get
This is crazy.
Nigga, it was reviewed. 371 out of 571 match officials have betting accounts.
That's half.
I want to know something, right? How do I bet on Artie's gonna get a red card in the 80th minute?
That's crazy.
That's a spot bet that I want because I feel like I might be connected. I might know or might not know because I've been deep diving on these sport betting things. And the South African second division is there. The South African third division is there. And I'm like, these are attainable players. And these things, I'm not saying it's a it's something that you can cook as a scheme and be like, hey, 10 of you players, 10 of us betters, you make sure that you get a red card this time.
It needs, but it's so obvious, man.
Thing is, it's not that obvious. Thing is, there's even a movie on this. I wish I could get the name of this movie right now.
There's a movie on betting.
Yeah, it's about spot betting, about how these guys. Oh, I think it was.
What's happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Offside. Yes. That's where the problem is. Bro, wait.
But my question is still unanswered.
What?
Where do I go? Like
There's spot betting.
I've been looking on Bedway. I can't say you're gonna get it. Can I say?
Hey.
I need to check that out.
Oh, to say what? To say what?
Like I have an exact bet. Like
80th
Artie's gonna
minute.
get a red card.
At eight.
Artie's gonna.
Yeah. Did on other bet. Yeah, betting side.
Okay, we'll talk about after the chat. We'll talk about after the
Okay.
pod. We'll talk about now. We're going to tell it. We're talking about it.
I want you guys to understand how much betting has gotten to how professional betting. It's no longer like specific. You literally go bet on something specific. So with Terry Rozier, he had as I was. Anyways, he had the Hornets jersey on. After that, also crazy part. Get into Adam Silver now. I'm gonna get into Adam Silver because he's the commissioner of the NBA. He's been called by the FBI to come and release a statement on what's been happening because Adam Silver and David Stern. David Stern, who was the NBA commissioner before, in the Michael Jordan era and all of that stuff. These things were happening. So when they started was when load management started. When players literally, when maybe Pistons, then they would rest all the best players. So that's called load management. And that's when the betting started increasing. in the NBA. But to just give you a perspective on Chauncey Billups' allegation, the technology that was used, an X-ray table that I read face down card, analyzers inside chip trays, a rigged shuffle machine that read cards and predicted who would have the best hand, allowed with wearing special sunglasses, contact lenses to read what was in everyone's hand, secretive cameras built into the tables, light fixtures, also helped with information plot. So this is crazy, gents. This is like, a movie type shit. Like, as fuck. Arrest them now. But anyways, that's it for the NBA. But back to you in the CAF. What's been happening in the CAF though?
This league, the group stages are going to be decided on Tuesday. My biggest conversation that I wanted to have today was just to make a statement, basically, and say my opinion is that the CAF Champions League is more difficult to win than the UEFA Champions League. And why I say this is, I'm going to read you something here, right? Champions League starts from a total of 68 teams. Okay, 68 teams go into a preliminary round, right? Round is played home and away. I'm going to first focus on just the format.
Yeah.
Right? It's played home and away. Right? Then you go into the group stages, which is 16 teams in group stages. Matches are also home and away.
Yeah.
Right? The CAF is also unique in the sense that when teams are tied in the group stage, all difference. Okay? We then take into consideration head to head. How did those two teams that are vying for that position play against each other?
Okay.
It's the interest sake. Then you go into the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, it's home and away. The semifinal, home and away. And it's home and away.
Yeah.
So in terms of just that format, the format already has more stages than the UEFA Champions League. And automatically qualify. We have teams here that are huge teams like Sundowns, which is a big club in South Africa, but still goes something crazy to me. Pirates, big club, very semi-final, but for some reason, crazy. That also led to reason why Pirates, because they played in the preliminary round and then the drop out. Number two, on that day, you arrive at the
They send you to
the hotel, go to lunch. At lunch, only a roll and a small coke. Why? Because they're afraid of you guys eating anything, because there's a high risk probability of you guys getting food poisoned by any hotel that you book. Not just one hotel. Okay? Any hotel that you book has the capability to do that.
That's wild. That's scary.
So what? Just on that. What is your thought on that? On just those 2 points that I've given for now.
I think African football needs a drastic prayer. Because that's disgusting to hear. First of all, I'm professional, obviously, and just it makes football, African football, it could get me. It puts it on a bad light. So that's the worry in terms of African football progressing. So for me, bro, that is scary. But as I said, it's scary and it's worrying. Yeah, bro. Because why can't we set up your team? Let the other guys set up their team. We play. Whoever wins, it's fine. Why do we need to do all of this? Why do we need to go stand outside the hotel, make a noise? Why do we need to put things in the other
come
team?
on.
Why do we need to take them on a different route and tell them, nah, actually the stadium is
It's that way.
That way.
It's actually there. That
Pull up
way.
this side. What are we doing?
Also, they create the circumstances. Okay, coach.
I think Europe, they also have their own things.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
They
don't
do
have,
have their own
ultras like that.
Yeah.
They have ultras, hooliganism.
Yes, they do.
I show you.
They
I
do.
show you
But
that
you can't.
hooliganism.
There's
We do have.
I
ultras
mean,
in
we
North
have
Africa.
this,
In North
No,
Africa,
it's not
we
that.
got ultras.
It's not that
but
bad.
we don't have like stuff like this. We have a plus society. We have a plus society for the pirates. Otata Batala,
But that's in
black
South
and
Africa.
white.
That's
They
South
have-
Africa, bro.
No, I'm talking about like okay, now
yeah.
we're talking North
Yes,
Africans.
Africa.
They think they're
But North
European.
Africans,
Kaloku.
exactly. They
They
with the
think they're
flares
Spanish.
Yes.
and the lasers.
In your eye.
But go low and then it stops.
It's,
You
I
see?
get you.
That's what I'm saying.
But in order to
That's-
win the CAF Champions League, you have to beat North African teams. There's no.
But then it
CAF
comes with the African football.
what
That's
we-
what I'm saying.
That's
Europe, they have their own thing. This happens to be our thing.
So
No.
what is your opinion? Is it more difficult to win the UEFA Champions League or the CAF Champions League? Your opinion.
So we're saying if Real Madrid came,
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
if Real Madrid
actually.
came,
Real
And
Madrid
played in the
came
same
and
standards.
played in Africa.
Bad weather
they'd have it
conditions,
tough.
Bad
They'd
football
have it
pitches,
tough.
Bad
They
everything.
lose it.
By the time they get
don't win in Egypt.
to Al Ali at the
they-
final,
Exactly.
or even Sundowns, their legs will be weak.
They're weak.
They'll be
So-
tossed around.
So and also look and while we're on 2.5 is part of the dark arts also. We have other dark arts, the chemical engineers of Africa.
Hey.
The chemical engineers of the Congo, the chemical engineers of the Cameroons, the
You know who they are.
the Mukokus of this world. So
Let's talk about that guy, bro. What do you? That's the type of in as much as yes, we play football with a passion, and obviously we want to show off and all of that stuff. But I feel like some things are very, very unnecessary. Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Nothing is unnecessary when you lose 3-0.
That was.
They can do whatever they want
But still-
after that.
Oh, come on, bro.
African dark arts. You don't find that anywhere else.
You in England specifically, you don't get away from stepping on a player and just continue the game. Like let's say the defender standing, I step on you and I walk away. In England, they'll be like, "Oh, violent conduct, red card, straight." Us allowing it makes it even more tougher.
TIA. This
What's that?
is
We're speaking about just in
just what's more
African
difficult, UEFA Champions League or the CAF. We're saying that the CAF is more difficult, and we're giving out the reason why. Like you
So
say
many
now,
things.
in England, in Champions League, if Mukoku would have got a red card in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, only because they have the technology to look at all that.
Yeah,
Yes,
to
but
sure.
to do it in
But
CAF.
also, guys, what you should remember that
Take the mic.
sorry, Ibola from back in the days. It goes back to what I was listening to during the week, in terms of what do you think about flair in football?
Yes,
Because other people take it as showboating.
Showboating.
Other people take so those are the different types of things. So when it comes to South Africa was the first, but that's how we were able to beat England. Back then, that's how we were able to beat England, because we frustrated them. We frustrated them, and we showed them how we can play this thing. So okay, the difference.
Yeah.
Obviously, because of the camera
Yeah.
and the VAR that they have.
No, it-
But he's using tactics like Dala. That's how I play sometimes in football. Because there's only 3 people that are looking at me, and I can do.
Goes back to his point, saying that the CAF is actually much more difficult.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is. Yeah.
In Europe, it's perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
condition. Unless you go to Turkey.
Preparation.
Unless you go to Turkey. But you can
Upper, you'll train on the pitch on the night.
When Pirates went to Lupopo, right? Tito scored a goal, but the goal was overruled by the referee saying it's offside. The referee, not the linesman, said offside. It will never
How do you
happen in any other place except in Africa. You know what I mean? But that is. And point number 3, traveling. In Europe, you travel 2 hours.
Train.
And you got a nice bus. You know what I mean? A nice, beautiful, comfy bus. Even your team bus can be brought to that city when you get to the airport. Team bus, lovely, comfortable.
That's true.
8-hour flight to Lubumbashi. You get to Lubumbashi, your match is in Kinshasa. 5-hour bus ride.
Don't forget that you're getting taken by Zotori Tours, which has a missing seat on the back left-hand side of the bus. Don't sit that side, otherwise that chair is gonna go straight down onto the ground when the bus is in gear 2.
You know what?
Shit is crazy.
It's gonna make the AFCON quite interesting.
Listen, it is nice and interesting.
They're gonna be like traveling.
Look, we open, they say close the window. It's 45 degrees, you can't open the windows because
They shot.
there's malaria with the mosquitoes.
It's making it
You
get
can't
stuck
drink
in.
the water because it's hot. You can't drink the water.
In these conditions though. And you're still gonna play a football match. This is crazy to me.
There's no paved roads. You're being shaken the whole way to the stadium. By the time you get to the stadium, your muscles are sore, not because you were running, because you are in that bus with those socks and you are shaking around. Then the match starts 50 minutes late. 3:30 for who? No. Warm up, chill in the change room. What's happening outside? Gunshots. Boom, boom. Flares. Boom,
But
pop,
you know
pop,
what?
pop.
I feel like this AFCON is gonna be
Crazy.
lit though. This
Crazy.
is gonna be one of
No,
the
but it's
best
in Europe. This
AFCONs.
one is in Europe. It's in Morocco. Remember, these guys are not African.
Come on.
They said so. They said they're Arabs. These guys are not African.
They
said
say they're Arabs.
That's what they said.
They say they're Arabs.
So then, that's what they said.
But half of them, it's like it's same as like, I'm colored. No, I'm only colored. I'm part
all
black.
colored and I'm all white.
Same with them. There's others that are like they think they're
65%
African.
colored.
And there's others that are like, I'm
True.
Arab only.
True.
You know.
But true. But colors are a bit different. I don't want to get into that one.
Nah.
I don't want to get into.
Let's not get into gay.
I don't want to get into Basil Adams. You're that nigga. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my point number 3 as to why the CAF Champions League. Tell us why you think Europe is tougher. Tell us why you think my opinion is that. But that's my opinion. I want to get into maybe a final topic.
Yes. Yeah.
A final topic. Yes. Speaking quickly on the PSL, and then we speak onto our all-time 11.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys choose the league. Let me not choose the league. Let's make it spontaneous. Think of a league while I'm speaking about it. While I'm talking about the PSL a bit.
No. We'll go with your one. Serious.
Okay, so the PSL. In the PSL, Pirates played Sundowns.
Yes.
Great game. I think Coach Ouaddou, like I said, he did humble me. I did eat my humble pie. Luthando did ask me as a coach, how do I feel about, making an opinion very quickly without giving somebody time. And he's taught me something. You give somebody time. Don't underestimate somebody who's got a UEFA Pro license. This guy, is one of the most qualified coaches in the country. So it was a bit daft of us not to give him a proper chance.
Yeah.
But looking at the game plan, I think he had the perfect game plan yesterday. I think Pirates came into the game with the perfect game plan. They didn't come and play Sundowns at their own game. They didn't try to be Brazilian. They didn't try to play Shusha and MPN. What the Sundowns, what Pirates did is they went man to man. And even in his selection, he played a midfield of Nduli, hard worker, Ntshinga, one of the best players at Pirates right now.
Yeah.
And he went with Danson. And a lot of people were talking about, why is he playing the boy? He went to 2-8s. And if you look at, in terms of the makeup of the squad, we don't have other players. Maybe Makaula would have been there.
Yeah.
But Makaula's time, I think, is up at Pirates. But speaking about Danson and Ntshinga, he went for 1v1 in the midfield. He wanted to make sure that we can turn over the ball, and when we turn over the ball, we free up a police. Turn over the ball, we free up Moremi. Moremi for me is the new coming of Leremi. Leremi. That's why he didn't play very well yesterday, but he was running, he was a nuisance. He gave Obri Modiba a hard time. Sailor Mudau a hard time. He didn't let Mudau just dictate play like he normally does. I think Pirates had a lot of opportunities to win the game. Siema breaking through, Hoto breaking through. Both of them choosing to shoot instead of pass.
Yeah. I think that's another
I
issue.
think Sundowns, his attack is a bit spineless. I think Pirates, yes, Sundowns had moments of brilliance. I think Nuno Santos is a good player. player, but he didn't give me
Yeah.
proper creativity. They didn't really.
He's a number 10.
Number 10. I don't think they really broke down Pirates' defense. I think Siema was the best player. He's proven that in terms of a calm and a covering centre back, he's better at that than Bogazi. And Bogazi is the more aggressive one. He's the power one. But Siema's the smarter one, in my opinion. And what a goal from the kid dancing.
What a goal.
What a goal
Picturesque, one of
from the kid dancing. That is one of the goals of the season. The only other goal that can compete with it is the Bogazi goal.
What a goal. What a goal. What was it his first start?
It was his second start. He
Second
started
start. Okay.
with Nemtajela. I think Nemtajela, sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, Ndameni, to all of the guys from Limpopo. But this boy, Limpopo boy, he's proving that put in the hard work and he's brave on the ball, man. He's got everything. He can go forward, he can go back, he can create, he can attack, he can defend. I think he's one of the more brilliant signings, and his combination with Coach Ouaddou is showing. Chiefs had a big win, last minute header, proving that a big team goes until the final minute. A big team goes until the final minute. I think we have to put Chiefs up there as a big club this season. It's good to see. It makes the derby very interesting in February. We need to save and go to these derbies. These derbies are going to come back to back. They're going to be interesting, but I'm still saying 6 points to the black and white. 6 points to the black and
I think
white.
they're going to get it this time.
You think Chiefs gonna win?
Yeah, they might just have the edge.
Black and white. Only because Chiefs, when they play against Pirates, they try to go toe to toe instead of playing their way of crossing and headering. They're going to try and play our way, and playing our way, Aizubasuta. Simnandi abekomnandi. That's the only difference. Like when you look at Chiefs lineup and you look at what player do you see that they can hurt you?
But
What player do you look at and say, this guy can change this game and hurt you? Pirates, I can name 4. Sundowns, I can name 4. I think Chiefs this year are a better team, and it's working for them as a team. And they played a nice 4-4-2. They go nice and wide. They cross the ball in the box, and they strike and finish. I think they shouldn't try to be like everyone else. In Africa, they play a bit differently because teams in Africa struggle against South African teams in the way we keep the ball. Yeah, we keep the ball in Africa. I mean, there is one up cross for them. Shayitama Fundin.
Bonnie, show
the white boys is
It's a yellow card, mother.
It's not a yellow card.
Allow it.
But
Allow it. Allow
You
it.
got the crowd there. I think also if you watch the Pirates and Sundowns game in a tactical perspective, I'm going a bit backwards. It was a very scrappy game. Lots of turnovers. Sundowns' goal came from a turnover. Moremi comes in, too short to come and collect the ball. They still pass him the ball. He loses out to Cupido. They get in. Sales crosses into Shaulile. A good save from Chayene, but the ball falls for Shaulile again. Shaulile scores the follow-up.
You could see after the shot, he didn't give up.
Yes.
That's what you need.
Yes,
you can tell experience.
His experience was there.
He's
He didn't give up. He scored the goal. But that was a half chance, and they got it up for turnover. Pirates, on the other hand, similar chances that we created. Allende trying to turn. We win the ball in midfield quickly into Apolis. Apolis taking on Mutiba immediately. Mutiba is still having nightmares of Apolis. Mutiba is still dreaming. He's still waking up and looking at blonde hair right now. And every time he sees a blonde person, it's Skriva.
Apolis is on your.
Apolis
is one of the best players.
Pirates' best player at the moment.
Has to be.
I think Makopa also could have won the game earlier for Pirates, but Pirates didn't. I think they all wanted to be the guy that beat Sundowns.
The winner.
You need to fix that. If you want to win this league, you square the ball, you score a tap in, and you celebrate in front of these Sundowns guys. You think the only way to take Sundowns out of the league is to beat them with arrogance, to show them that you guys are no longer the champions. We are coming to take your place, and we need to be arrogant about it. No more respect to Sundowns. It's the same thing other PSL teams need to be now. No more respect to these guys. There's nothing to be afraid of. These guys are toothless.
It's Katoso.
Katoso is the worst.
Katoso
They're vulnerable now. They're still vulnerable.
Let's wrap up, gents.
To wrap it up, we're gonna have
you guys can do it. You guys can do it. Yeah, coach and Ntshinga are gonna choose between. Let's okay.
You
La
choose a
Liga,
league, any league.
La Liga, all
Damn,
time
that's
11,
crazy. La Liga, come on, that's too.
all time 11.
Okay, I'll go first out from the goalkeeper. Okay,
You-
what time 11 and what formation?
Yes, so all time 11. It's
It's La Liga 4-3-3. I mean,
4-2-3-1.
for La Liga. Okay,
He's-
goalkeeper, Ike
Yes.
Casillas.
Okay. Your keeper. You also Ika Casillas. Okay. Right back.
Right back, Dani Alves.
Okay.
I'll go Danny Carvajal.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go Danny Carvajal.
Mm.
You think he's better than Danny Alves?
Nah, he got carried by the team. Wherever he went, he was carried by the team.
Ukaba.
Cavaya.
Hard worker.
He does. He does have.
That's cute and all.
He's better than him.
I send the back.
Let's
In terms
do,
of a legacy,
come on.
I think Carvajal is
Over
I
Dani
hear you.
Alves.
No,
That's my opinion.
it's his opinion.
Do you remember? Is it
Okay.
because he got arrested? Is that why?
Oh,
You got to quit.
nigga. Send the back. He went to. He's now a pastor. He's fully
That's
transformed.
wrong, yeah.
Yes, I'm saying he's a pastor.
Yeah.
He's out of prison.
Yeah.
Left back.
Send the back. Send the back. Send the back.
Okay, send the
Right,
back.
send the back.
Sergio Ramos.
Okay. Left send the back. I think no one's gonna take that.
Pique.
Okay.
Mm.
Fair.
Yeah, Carlos Puyol. I agree with that.
Left back.
Left back, Marcelo.
I think it. Come on,
Oh.
Jordi Alba. Bro, you picking the hard workers.
Roberto Carlos, Jordi Alba, or Marcelo.
Roberto Carlos. Nah, I think Marcelo's
For
better.
me, I haven't seen a better combination than Jordi Alba and Neymar.
Oh, the assist and Messi.
Jordi Alba and Neymar.
Okay.
Messi was on the other side.
CDMs.
On the left.
I been assist.
Yes, but I'm just saying like
That yeah.
dynasty, that quadruple team,
MSN.
that sextuple team.
But Roberto Carlos, come on.
Yes, but Roberto Carlos.
I mean, the legacy, the name,
But the only one,
the icon himself.
I think they only won two La Liga titles in all his time.
I think maybe in
He
Italy.
was part of the Galacticos team that won nothing. I think
Yeah,
that's
but
the problem with him.
but that was a tough that era of football. I always think about them differently. You can't talk about Van Dijk and Terry because I'm always gonna be like the era was just different. The strikers.
This is all time.
This is all time. And for me, I'm
So
saying,
Jordi Alba.
I'm saying Jordi Alba. I'm also saying Roberto
Can we
Carlos.
not meet in the middle for Marcelo? Because I was leaning on Roberto Carlos.
Marcelo, if we're talking about a Champions League all time, also I would have said Marcelo.
But Marcelo was scoring, bro. And come
I'm
on.
talking about La Liga. I'm talking about nothing been done like that since Jordi Alba. For me, it's my opinion.
I feel like we're
He's
trying.
gonna- coach
Okay.
gonna have his
Yeah.
11.
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna have my 11.
Alright.
My 11
Let's move. CDM. Yeah. CDMs. The two. The one CAM. I guess. The two. Enzo and Kazier.
I'll go with Busquets.
Yeah,
Busquets and who?
Busquets.
Give me two, same
I was
time.
thinking Busquets. Xabi Alonso.
Busquets and Cruz. And you saying and Xabi Alonso. Interesting. That's a, left wing.
Neymar.
Left wing. Right wing.
Messi.
Okay. Cam or CM or C. The one 10. Number 10.
A rogue shout.
Who?
Isco.
Crazy. All time.
Ronaldinho Gaúcho.
All time, bro.
Ronaldinho.
All time.
I mean,
Ronaldinho.
Isco.
All time.
Even at
Isco's fire, but all
yeah,
time.
come on. I'm a big fan of Isco.
Alright.
Ronaldinho Gaúcho.
Striker. Last position.
Ronaldinho.
Let's give it to Ronaldo, striker.
Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo or which one?
CR7.
CR7.
Yeah, I also give it to CR7.
Then coach. The coach of your team.
Coach.
La Liga.
Carlo
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti.
Carlo
All time.
Ancelotti. So quickly, run through your 11. If you
Yeah.
remember from number 1 to number 11, or number 1 to 11, then we're done.
The one we did together or just
No,
one?
no, no.
Your
Your one.
one.
Okay, so mine would have been Ike Casillas, Dani Alves, Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, and actually Carlos Puyol. Left Marcelo, Xabi Alonso, Busquets, Messi, Isco. Who was our left wing? Neymar, striker Ronaldo.
Okay, mine was Iker Casillas. Right back, I went with the hard worker. Who did I go for? Carvajal, Danny Carvajal, Sergio Ramos, Carles Puyol. We went left with Jordi Alba. We played Busquets and nice Toni Kroos. We needed that
Good pairing.
ball. We went with left wing Neymar. In the mid 10, we went with Ronaldinho Gaucho. Right wing, we went with Messi, and we're going with C.
So please do
Cristiano
pick which
Ronaldo.
one is your
Let us know.
favorite
My coach,
11.
Let us
my
know.
coach is
Oh yeah, you coach.
Josep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola versus Ancelotti.
Josep
Ancelotti
Guardiola.
versus Pep. Those teams.
That's
You'll tell us what you think. Coach's team, Ntshinga's team, which wins in a classic game like that. But thank you again, guys. Thank you so much. Playground Chat has done it yet again. Keep liking, keep sharing. We appreciate the support. We see it. Shout out Cloudy Deliveries for the support yet again, putting us on. Soccer Beats, thank you again for being here. My brother here.
I go by the name of Chinga Time.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to another great episode.
Yes,
We
sir.
are the best sports cast in the land. Coach,
Yes, sir.
any last words?
Up to Chelsea.
Charles after Charles.
Chelsea.
Sanchez is not a good goalkeeper, coach. Let's go.
Never corny, Utuli Bondo and I make a horny. Fuck that, I'm going hard, wanting glory. Niggas, I know you be on them, look corners. Plotting and scheming, they ask for the bounty. Kakali Jiza or Kabuli Gorni. Yeah, I tell the baddies I got it. Bougie as fuck, yeah, wanna got it. She check the drip, yeah, cancel I got it. Ball main dress shirt, vintage designer. Poorly, I need my bang. Been in this bitch, yeah, I got Zuam. I act the